Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today to offer the people of Pennsylvania an alternative to the tax and spend policies of the governor. For the last 3 years, we've heard the doom and gloom that would befall Pennsylvania if we didn't raise taxes on hardworking families and employers here in Pennsylvania. By holding the line on spending and looking out for taxpayers, the House Republican caucus has saved the taxpayers of Pennsylvania millions and millions of dollars. Now, with his fourth budget proposal, the governor says he is taking care of the structural deficit. This proves that his pursuit of higher taxes about one more spending plan. Pennsylvania's economy has been lagging in these last 3 years. While the country is seeing job growth and higher wages and more consumer spending, Pennsylvania seems to be stuck in the mud. Between December 2017 and December 2016, Pennsylvania lost 10,000 jobs. Our demographics are trending in the wrong direction, as confirmed by our state treasurer, with our senior population growing and our young people leaving to find employment in other states. The budget needs to be about one thing: growing private sector jobs in Pennsylvania for our citizens and for our young men and women graduating from our universities and our tech schools. And while the governor and our friends on the other side of the aisle may disagree, we in the House Republican caucus know that government is not the answer to this problem. Government must do its best to get out of the way and to allow the private sector to be the driving force in our economy. Government needs to get out of the way of the private sector to grow jobs. We need to focus on keeping taxes low, our regulations reduced to a minimum, so that the essential role of government should be to prepare our students for the careers that our private sector employers create. That is why I am glad to see the governor following our lead by recognizing the importance of career and technical education in his budget proposal. We, as elected officials, constantly hear from businesses all over the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania about the difficulty they face in finding qualified candidates for good-paying jobs in the Commonwealth. Not only have we heard from them, but we've heard from the mayors of Philadelphia that they have 30,000 jobs from Mayor Kenney, prior to him, Mayor Nutter, that they can't fill because they can't find the people to fill the jobs that have the training that they need. We need to train that new workforce to meet the demands of the 21st century economy. You know, education and education funding have been priorities for nearly every member in this chamber. However, we must be cautious and not simply just throw money at the education system, just to score easy political points. We need accountability in the dollars we spend so that we can ensure that they are helping to better educate our children so that they are prepared to take on their life's challenges. That is why we will carefully consider the governor's proposals in education during our budget hearings as they go forward in the next few weeks. We will expect that the secretaries will be giving to us, the House and the Senate, that they are producing outcomes for our young men and women across this Commonwealth that will return them to good-paying jobs here. Last year, the House Republican caucus embarked on a mission to reinvent government. Our constituents have showed us that they don't want to settle for the status quo. While changing the way the state government operates can be frustrating, we fully intend to continue to eliminate government waste and duplicative programs, and to find a strategic way to promote the proficiencies in state government. We need to focus on ways to reduce state spending so that we can ensure long-term fiscal stability. Nearly everyone in Pennsylvania has been personally affected by the scourge of the opioid epidemic. The problem is not just localized for any specific group or family or any area of the state. It's widespread, affecting everyone. While we have made some progress in addressing this epidemic, more work is needed to be done. We must encourage that every dollar that we spend to combat this disease is having a real impact. We must continue to push for policy changes that will help stem the tide on this war. The House Republican caucus will continue to look for ways to make smart investments to help provide treatments for those dealing with the addiction and to support our law enforcement officers in getting drugs off the street. The budget proposal the governor has shown us reveals his budget priorities. Now it is time for the House, the Senate, and the governor to produce a more reasonable and responsible product that meets the needs of every Pennsylvanian without raising taxes. Mr. Speaker, I thank you very much.